There are places on this planet that still feel truly wild, untouched by the hands of time and the sprawling reach of civilization. Komodo Island is undeniably one of them. A jewel in the Indonesian archipelago. It's a name that whispers of adventure, a promise of the extraordinary, of ancient creatures, relics from a time long past when giants roamed the earth. This isn't just a trip, it's more than just a vacation. It's a pilgrimage to the land of the last living dinosaurs, the Komodo dragon. A journey back in time, a creature of legend, a true apex predator, a king in its domain. The thought of seeing one in its natural habitat, observing it in its element, a place so raw and rugged, so untamed and primal, is a powerful pull, an irresistible draw. The journey there is part of the adventure itself, a transition, a stripping away of the modern world, shedding the layers of the everyday. My mission was simple: reach this remote Indonesian island, this forgotten corner of the world, and look this incredible animal in the eye, to witness its power and majesty firsthand. I wanted to understand its world, to feel the heat of the sun on the same earth it walks, to breathe the same air. This is what exploration is all about, not conquering nature, not imposing our will, but connecting with it, understanding it, and respecting it. The call of Komodo is a call to the wild spirit that lives inside all of us, a reminder of our primal connection to the natural world. Preparation is crucial. The sun is relentless, beating down with unforgiving intensity, the terrain unforgiving, a harsh and challenging landscape, and the wildlife demands respect, commands caution. You pack light, but you pack smart, prioritizing essentials. Water, staying hydrated is paramount, navigation tools, to guide you through the wilderness. First aid, for any unexpected mishaps. But the most important thing you bring is the right mindset. A mindset of awareness, of humility, and respect for the environment. You are a guest in a kingdom that has existed for millions of years, a land ruled by ancient instincts. The thrill isn't just in the destination, but in every step it takes to get there, every challenge overcome. So the journey began, a multi-stage voyage. Flights, soaring above the Indonesian archipelago, then boats cutting through the turquoise waters, each one taking me further from the familiar and deeper into the heart of the wild, into the unknown. With every mile the noise of the city faded, replaced by the sound of the wind and the waves, the symphony of nature. The air thickens with the scent of salt and earth, a primal aroma that awakens the senses. This is the transition, where the real adventure starts, where the concrete ends, and the wild begins. You leave behind the world of concrete and steel, and enter a world of tooth and claw, a realm of raw power, a world where survival is a daily art form, a constant dance between predator and prey, and I was heading straight for its epicenter, drawn by an irresistible force. The anticipation was electric, a palpable energy that crackled in the air. The wild was calling, and I was ready to answer, ready to embrace the challenge and the wonder that awaited. The final leg of the journey is by boat, a traditional wooden finisi, sails billowing in the wind. The engine's steady rhythm carried us across the Flores Sea, the water so clear you could see coral reefs below. Flying fish skipped across the waves, silver flashes in the sunlight. This wasn't just transport, it was immersion into the wild. The islands rose from the sea like ancient giants, their slopes a patchwork of dry grasses and hardy trees. Out here you feel small in the best way. The crew, masters of these waters, pointed out dolphins and sea eagles, their connection to this place deep and inspiring. Watching them was a lesson survival is about understanding your environment, not fighting it. As the sun dipped, the sky exploded in color and the islands became dark silhouettes. With no light pollution, the stars blanketed the sky. We dropped anchor in a calm bay, the only sounds the gentle lapping of water and distant calls of nocturnal creatures. This was the wild in all its peaceful, powerful glory. Tomorrow Komodo awaited. Dawn on the boat brought Komodo Island into view, a silhouette against the fiery sky. The anticipation was building with every nautical mile we closed. Rugged, imposing, a land that time forgot, a place where the echoes of the prehistoric era still resonate. Its hills were steep, covered in dry savanna, and lontar palms standing like sentinels, guarding the secrets of the island. This was no tropical paradise. It was a battleground where only the strongest survive. A testament to the raw power of nature where life clings on with tenacity. We took a small dinghy to shore, the final leg of our journey into the heart of Komodo. As my boots hit the sand, adrenaline surged. This was it, the moment of truth. The air was hot and heavy, thick with the smell of dry earth and something primal, something ancient and untamed. Silence reigned, broken only by insects and the rustle of leaves, a symphony of the wild. This was dragon country, their kingdom. Every sense was on high alert, scanning the ground, watching shadows, listening for anything out of place, any sign of the apex predator. Our guide, a local ranger, met us at the trailhead, a man weathered by the sun and wise to the ways of the island. Carrying a long forked stick, not as a weapon but to keep a safe distance from curious dragons. A simple tool, but essential for navigating this dangerous landscape. He knew the island intimately, understood the dragon's habits, and spoke in quiet, respectful tones, as if not to disturb the ancient spirits of the land. We were to walk slowly, stay together, and keep our eyes open, always. The rules were simple, but a matter of life and death. Disregarding them could have severe consequences. We set off into the interior, following a trail through the dry forest, deeper into the dragon's domain. The sun climbed higher, the heat intense. It beat down on us relentlessly. Wild deer grazed in a clearing. Wild boar crashed through the undergrowth, oblivious to our presence. This was the dragon's pantry, a perfectly balanced ecosystem, a delicate dance between predator and prey. Every creature had its role, a cog in the great machine of life. As we walked deeper, I knew we were getting closer to the king of this domain. The air crackled with anticipation. The anticipation was almost unbearable. My heart pounded in my chest. Every step felt like a step back in time, a journey into the primordial past. The wildness was palpable. You could feel it in your bones. We were guests in an ancient world, and we had to respect its rules, and the dragons were waiting, watching, always watching. Less than an hour in, the ranger stopped, signaling for silence. He pointed to a thicket near a dried-up riverbed. There it was, my first Komodo dragon. Massive, motionless, perfectly camouflaged against the dusty ground. It looked like a log until you saw the slow rise and fall of its powerful flank. Its skin was thick and scaly, a mosaic of gray and brown, its claws long and sharp. The dragon exuded total dominance, undisputed ruler of this island. Slowly, it lifted its head, yellow forked tongue flickering, tasting the air. Its small black eyes seemed to look right through us. No fear, just ancient intelligence. You realize you're in the presence of a perfect predator, honed over millions of years. Here, you are not at the top of the food chain. The dragon began to move, pushing up on powerful legs, tail swinging, every movement deliberate. We stood frozen, mesmerized. Seeing a Komodo dragon, wild and free, changes you. It connects you to the raw, untamed power of nature. This was a living dinosaur, and we were in its kingdom. The Komodo dragon is evolution's masterpiece, a testament to the power of adaptation and survival. It is the largest lizard on Earth, a true apex predator in its domain. These giants can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh as much as 150 pounds. Their sheer size is intimidating. But it's not just their size that makes them formidable, it's their complete and deadly survival toolkit. They possess an array of biological weapons. Their saliva contains a potent venom, not just a soup of bacteria, a misconception of the past. A single well-placed bite sends prey into immediate shock, rendering their blood unable to clot, leading to rapid blood loss and eventual demise. They're masters of ambush predation, patiently lying in wait for hours on end, perfectly still and camouflaged, before exploding into a burst of incredible speed and action. One bite, delivering that venomous cocktail, is all it takes. They'll relentlessly follow their wounded prey for days, using their keen sense of smell, patiently waiting for the venom to fully take effect and weaken their target. They are incredibly resilient and can survive on very little food. An adult Komodo dragon might only need to eat once a month to sustain itself, devouring a staggering amount, up to 80% of its own body weight, in a single massive meal. Absolutely nothing goes to waste. They are meticulous eaters. They're true opportunists, scavenging carrion just as readily and efficiently as they actively hunt live prey. The hot and dry climate of the Indonesian islands perfectly suits them. They frequently bask in the sun to regulate their body temperature and warm up before embarking on a hunt. The females carefully lay their eggs in large, meticulously constructed nests, and the young dragons instinctively live in trees during their early years to avoid becoming a meal for the larger adults. It's a tough life, right from the very start, a constant struggle for survival. It's a true and brutal story of survival of the fittest, where only the strongest survive. Every single adaptation they possess is a valuable lesson in resilience and adaptability. They truly are the ultimate survivors, perfectly adapted to their harsh environment. On Komodo Island, only the strong and adaptable can truly endure the challenges of life. The Komodo dragons are living proof of this principle, standing as apex predators, nature's intricate design, perfected over millennia. The Komodo dragon sits atop a finely tuned ecosystem. Their presence shapes the behavior of every other creature: deer more alert, boar more cautious. By controlling herbivore populations, dragons prevent overgrazing and maintain the health of the landscape. Remove them, and the system collapses. But this ancient kingdom is fragile, facing threats from climate change and human activity. Rising seas and changing weather threaten prey and habitat. Poaching of deer and buffalo is a serious problem. If their food disappears, so do the dragons. Conservation is about protecting an entire world, not just one animal. Rangers work tirelessly to safeguard this habitat. The survival of these magnificent creatures depends on our choices. The Komodo dragon is a symbol of wildness, a living monument to nature's power. To lose them would be to lose a piece of our planet's soul. We cannot let that happen. Dragons are the stars, but Komodo National Park teems with life, on land and beneath the waves. Birdwatching is spectacular. Imperial pigeons, cockatoos, sea eagles soaring overhead. The real magic lies underwater. Part of the Coral Triangle, the reefs are vibrant gardens, home to countless species. Snorkeling reveals clouds of fish, graceful turtles, and even manta rays. Pink Beach, colored by microscopic red coral organisms, is a wonder in itself. Protecting the dragons means protecting this entire interconnected system. Every piece of this wild puzzle matters. Standing on Komodo, watching a living dinosaur, you feel a powerful responsibility. Their survival depends on us, our actions, our choices. Rangers are the front line, but we all play a part. Support starts with education, learning, sharing, and making conscious choices as travelers. Choose responsible tour operators, support local communities, and minimize your impact. Globally, reducing our carbon footprint and plastic waste matters. Every small action, multiplied, creates change. The future of the Komodo dragon is in our hands. We are the guardians of their kingdom now. Let's ensure their roar is never silenced. My journey to Komodo was more than an expedition, it was a reminder of what's at stake. To look into a dragon's eyes is to connect with a vanishing world. These wild places are the heart and soul of our planet. We must carry their spirit with us, fueling our desire to protect them. This isn't about locking nature away, but ensuring it continues its story. Make a promise to the wild, stay curious, support conservation, tread lightly. Let the Komodo dragon inspire you to fight for the wild, both out there and within yourself. The adventure doesn't end when you get home, that's when the real work begins. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe and stay wild.